Welcome back to my channel here at Trades to G. My name is Sammy. Today I'm going to be talking about a simple concept called support and resistance. Before I go ahead and give you this educational content, please like my video, join the Discord, and subscribe. What is support and resistance? Support and resistance is when price respects a certain zone. So for this sake, I drew a trend line for $1 line. When price seems to be bought at $1, comes back up, rejects the $2 zone, and then comes back down and gets bought back up at $1. Before I go ahead into the second phase, I want you to understand that you're now building a story. You're now seeing that price likes being rejected at the $2. We noticed because it happened one time. Then price came back down and got bought up again at the $1 mark. So that tells you, based off this action here, that price again was interested being bought at the $1 mark. Then we made another leg up, and then price actually hit the $2 zone. Price then rejected the $2 resistance line. Now you've identified a key level resistance because now you've seen that it happened twice. This is how you start building a thesis. Tickers are respecting, every ticker has their own personalities. I'll get into real charting with candles, but every ticker has their own personalities. Every time you see a resistance line, in this case, you are now building a story. This is going to add confluence to your thesis, because if price action then comes back down and hits your $1 mark and then gets bought up again, you've now identified 3 times price likes the $1 trend line. That's 3 times. This adds confluence. Some people in the market just specifically trade off trend lines, resistance, support, done. But in this case, a simple identification of where price likes to be bought, where buyers are waiting for, and then finding resistance line here at your $2 mark, you know that if you know based on price action before, the $1 mark, if it comes back down again, is going to be a buy, and you know based off prior history on the resistance line, it's going to be sell off. So from a risk reward, if this was $1 versus $2, let's just say you've just made a nice percentage gain because you've identified the dollar support and you sold at $2 based on prior history twice. This is called a triple bottom, and triple bottoms are a great bullish pattern. We'll talk about that in another video, but more than likely this would have been breaking out of a trend line. Let's go ahead and look into this ticker called Oscar Health. Obviously this ticker is very known in the Twitter community, at least from what I see, very popular. And I want you guys to see something on Oscar. On May of 2024, and also on September 2024, what have you seen here? You've seen that price rejected a certain zone once, here in 2020. Why is it not working? In 2024. Then in September 2024, we did it again a second time. So what I personally like to do is, once I see resistance and support, in this case resistance, I like to draw boxes. This one simple rule can help you identify where key resistance is. You can wick into boxes, support or resistance. In this case, if I go on the monthly, I'm sure there's gonna be wicks. There you go. These are wicks on a monthly. You start identifying every time Oscar hits this box, you've rejected it. And how do we know? Well, look at this candle here. That one rejection off this trend line brought you down to that trade. If you were a put, that was a 30% move to the downside after you wicked into this box that I drew. So price then comes back up after a year later. Price then never really fully had full body candles above it, but you see wicks trying to enter this box because we've identified a key level resistance. But we never broke out of it. So when I see Oscar on Twitter and be like, oh, Oscar is this, Oscar is that. Well, all right, where is the resistance? Well, clearly it's at the 2161 mark. We saw it here. We see it here. We've now identified in this recent candle, which was a huge bearish engulfing candle. That one resistance line, if you're short, made you a 34% move to the downside. You've now identified multiple touches of resistance just because of a simple observation at looking at your chart and drawing boxes. In this case, boxes. There's a bug here. But where is support? We keep talking about resistance, but where is support? Well, draw boxes. Sorry, guys, there's a mosquito here. Draw boxes. Well, here we go. I see that we have wicks here, so we're going to draw boxes here. And now we're going to identify where's key support. How do we know? Well, look at your candle structure at the bottom. Notice how price respected this support line. Look at this wick. Look at this wick. Look at this wick, and look at the closure. Look at the closure. Look at this wick. Look at this wick. Look at this wick. And then you obviously have price action trying to break out of it, but we never really broke down. We broke down, we came back and retested this box, but look, we found rejection here. We broke down, we tried to come back up, and then you made a massive move. Once you confirmed that the breakdown, we come back up and retested. That's another concept for another video. And we zoomed up. The point is identifying a very simple concept called support and resistance. This simple concept can make or break a trade for some folks. There's people that just specifically trade off of trend lines. Specifically, support and resistance. It's the most easiest thing to understand. But when you're asking if price is going up or down, or is it going to continue up or down, look left. This was recent of June 2025. We have identified prior history back in 2024 of May, and also back in September 2024 May. This area between high $23.80 and low of $21.62 was a key resistance zone just by drawing simple boxes. And we did it, and we tried to enter this prior resistance here. Price, look, came back down, and now it looks like it wanted to retest it. It's going to retest this trend line, more than likely coming back up, and then see if we can break out of it. But you've identified a key support and resistance. You can always keep adjusting it, but this is a very, very simple concept to understand. And this is going to be the first part of these educational series that I will be providing. I look forward to making more content such as this. And if you did like this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube. Like the video, join the Discord, and thank you so much.